So any personnel I create here, so I can set access for them. So let me show you. So in the access control module, so I have here access levels. I can also set time zones. So what time do I want uh, my access control? What time do I want it to work on Monday? What start time? What end time? So do I want it to start by 8 o'clock, or do I want it to start by 6 o'clock? And do I want it to end by 12 o'clock? Do I want it to end by 1 o'clock? So I can do all that. So I can set my access level. So I can set my access level by levels. So just like I showed you here, I can set it by levels, or I can set it by persons. So by persons, it means any access level I create, I can assign it to just one person. It's just one person. So, and I can set access by also by departments. So, and I can also view transactions, views events that happens from today. So this is basically what the access control module is about. So a lot of people ask me, how do I set up uh, my device with to support ZKBio access IVS? So it is very simple. It takes a simple process. I'll be showing you. I'm having a device here. So this is SpeedPhase V5. As you can see, this is the SpeedPhase V5, and setting up a device to work with ZKBio access IVS is very simple. So I'm promoting our SpeedPhase device. So try and get it. So our SpeedPhase, this is one of our visible light recognition devices. So by visible light, it means, so even at night, it still detects face. It detects your face even at night. So that's why they are visible lights, and they come with Android systems. So this, you can't configure this with ZK Access 3.5. You can't. So I'll show you how you can set it up. So there are two ways, but the first way I won't recommend that, because the device might you might be having issues. So the first way is to add manually. So you can add manually and the device pops up without coming online. So one thing I recommend people to do is to search for the device. So when you click on search button here, so but before you do that, so you have to ensure that number one, your device is connected to a network. So as you can see here, so one of the advantages of visible light is that it has a wireless communication, so you can connect wirelessly. So my device is connected wirelessly to my organization. So in the network settings, I've connected to my wireless network here. So if you are using a LAN cable, so you can just go for TCP/IP, so and enable DHCP in your LAN cable, right? So in the Wi-Fi section, I've connected my device to my network. So first thing you do, you enable DHCP. So you ensure that you note this IP. So my IP is 192.168.3.172, right? That's the IP set on my device. So the most important thing to do now is to configure the cloud server settings. So people get confused when they get to the cloud server settings. You see server address, you see server ports, right? This part, by server address, all you need to do is input the IP of your bioaccess IVS. And to give you a quick experience, I'm actually accessing this ZK bioaccess IVS from another network. So this IVS is not on my system as I'm talking right now, because I'm using a MacBook right now. So, and MacBook won't support iOS, Mac OS devices, Mac OS operating system won't support BioAccess IVS. So you can download BioAccess IVS on your system. So on your Mac system. So for people that have issues like that, so you can install BioAccess IVS on your organization server, Windows server, or on any PC that is Windows supported. When you do that, you can access it on your MacBook or from anywhere. So like I'm currently doing now. So this is my IP 192.168.3.134. So it is this IP I'm going to input here. I'm going to input that IP here in my server address section here. So as you can see, this is 192.168.3.134. In my server port, I won't be putting 8098. If you put 8098 in the server port, the device won't come up. So because the default server port for communication for BioAccess IVS and also biosecurity, the default server port for communication is 8088. Unlike Biotimate, when you are installing Biotimate, the server port of your software has to be. I know most of us are familiar with Biotimate. So when you are installing Biotimate, the server port has to be set on your device. The server port of Biotimate, just like I have 8098 here, you have to set it on the device in Biotimate. But in BioAccess IVS or biosecurity V5000, your server port has to be 8088 because that's the default communication port that enables connection between any of our access control management softwares with devices. So that's what you put here. Then once you do that, all you just have to do is search. So you search for the device. So I'm currently searching for the device. Note that I said my IP is 192.168.3.172. So you are going to be seeing a series of IP addresses. So if they are in your organization. So these are IP addresses that are in my devices in my organization. So we just pick it up from the network. So that's why I recommend you using this. So if you're not seeing the IP, you just have to know that. So by then you know that there's something wrong. Probably it is my connection settings. So all this will give you an idea of where to look at, look at when you are trying to configure your device to your network. So it gives you a direction. So if I don't see my IP here, I know that there's something wrong with my device connection. What am I doing wrong? So and if I should check my cloud server setting and I see that everything is set, I'll know that it is my internet. It is my internet connectivity. My device is not on DHCP, is not connected to the network. So it gives you like a view or a direction of how you're going to ensure a proper connection with your management software and your device. So like I said my IP is 192.168.3.172, right? So I'm going to search for that IP in here. So when I search for that IP, 168.3.172, so this is it. So as you can see, this is Speedface V5, right? So I'm going to add the device. So I can give it a name. So I can add area name. So area name is always by default. So the location of your device. So you can set area. You can create a new area before you add your device. So I'm going to leave it in this default area. Icon type door. Is it flat barrier or door, right? So devices you can on our speed styles and turnstiles. So just like our Mass Pro, our SBTL, they have a module where you can they have a point on the device where you can mount they have a point on them where you can mount devices. So devices like this, devices like visible light readers and all that. So it gives you like the platform gives you like a specification of where the device is placed. Is it on flat barriers or is it on a dome, right? So he said that you can also add to level. So the levels you've created. So do I want this to be on a 24 hours level? So general level is always a default, like I showed you. 24 hours, you can set your level from, you can say morning, you want this device to be given access just only in the morning, right? You can do that. So let's say from 8 to 12, so you can set the access, you are setting access level. I click on OK. Yeah, then I close. You see, nothing pops up. So when people get this, they reach out to us and say their device is not adding, they've done a lot of things. All you just have to do is click on these dot settings continuously and your device pops up. You click on this continuously or you click refresh continuously. So when they click, they go again and search again and see that it's not. So all you have to do is refresh, because what you just did is to you've sent some certain parameters with your your management software from the device, right? So you've established the connection already. So the thing is for the device to pull out uh, the the established connections for you to see and manage, right? So all you have to do is when you've added it, you just have to refresh. Then when you refresh and you see that this thing is not still working, you can just try and check your server controller. As you can see, this is my device. This is my speed phase. My speed phase is added, so I can edit it and give it a name. Give it a name. So this is basically how to add a device. So and you can also sync data to the device. Let's say you created a personnel here. So I'm going to make a video of how you can do all this, but when you get it, it's a seamless process, right? It's a seamless process. All you have to do is download BioAccess IVS. It gives you free for 1 month, 30 days, so you can test before getting before subscribing. So these are the modules that I activated. So you can choose not to, if you are concerned about just access, you can choose not to use the video modules. So the license works with modules, right? As you can see here, employee I activated for 50. 50 points means 50 employees, right? I can have up to 50 employees. Personnel means I can have up to 2,000 personnel. I can have up to departments. I can have up to 200. I can create up to 200 departments. I can create up to 200 areas. So if I don't want this video, I can just remove it. I can remove this video and the price is going to get reduced. So if you need more information about license or anything, just reach out to us. Sales personnel are going to give you a detailed breakdown on how you can subscribe for each of these modules. So this is basically what the ZKBio IVS does.